This is another model which is economical model. It's called MMS 0475 Toki brand, and this also is used for monitor inspection using some monitor. So the system does not come with the HDMI cable, but we provide HDMI cable along with the system, so that it is easy for the industry to just use any factory variable monitor. So in this scope, actually we have a function like working area adjustment up and down using this. This is fine up and down. This is for focus, fine focus. And then for example, this is used for the light adjustment, so that you can according to the shades you can adjust, and you can check. Menu function actually works from this point. If you press, the menu will come over here, and if you want to go out, you need to just go just a moment here and save and exit. Hi, now I'm going to explain the function for this microscope. Basically, you can have a menu on the screen, and these are the buttons where using which you can toggle the menu, and these two are more buttons that you can use. Now let's go to the display to see how the menu works. So we have this menu. Once we press the center button, we get this menu, and then we have various functions here for the display. Firstly, you can see the auto white balance and red and blue. You can control these aspects of the display. Then we have this is the auto white balance, where the yellowishness, if it appears due to any kind of light, abnormal light, you can use this and this will balance. Once you set it to the auto, like this, it goes to auto and it balances any abnormal light. Then you can go to HDR mode. Here it is set on auto by default. You can control the brightness, contrast, resolution, various things like these. Now for the advanced settings, this is for the language, sorry. But then now we go to the advanced settings for the other features. Okay, so we are on the horizontal lines. For example, I selected how many number of lines you want. It gives you the horizontal lines. Let me set it to 0 for now. Then similarly, we can go and select for vertical lines, number of vertical lines to be displayed. Line color represents what color of lines you want to be displayed. Then you can set the line width. And then this is for the sharpness and definition. This is again for the display. Color gain. Black and white, you can switch it on and the display will be turned into black and white. Let me switch it off. Then similarly you have negative. This is a very important and good feature. This is for comparison. Once you turn it on, half of the screen will freeze. I can show you now. See, the first half screen is freeze. Now you can compare any other thing with this. If you want to take any comparison, now you can switch it off and the screen goes back to normal. Similarly, if you want to freeze the screen, you can do that too. You turn it on and now you see I have removed the PCB from here, but the screen still shows that same image. You can see the screen is still showing the same image. Now I am turning the freeze off and you can see the image changed. Similarly, we have some other functions like deflicker. We can horizontally mirror the image. We return and then we save and exit and the menu comes back to normal. Hello friends, today we are explaining about our microscopes which can be used with the monitor to inspect your any product. So we are inspecting, for example, we are using the PCB. So this microscope, our model is Toki MMS 30160. This has various functions. I will just explain quickly about different functions it can do. This is a main rod, you can up and down to adjust the working distance. This is for fine up and down. This is for focus, fine focus. Okay, and there are two ports. One is for pen drive connection and one is for mouse connection, because there is a virtual computer actually come on the screen. If you see this can be controlled using this mouse, and various function can be done. So HDMI cable directly can be connected to monitor and just can see on the monitor. Illumination can be controlled from that how much illumination you want. It can be controlled using this dial knob. Okay. Then we have this system can do various operations. For example, this can you can set the scale in this system, and then you can do the measurements also. For example, area, some circle area, or maybe some length, width, in order to generate the reports. So we will explain you in the next video how those functions can be done using this scope. Okay, now for Toki MMS 30160, I'm going to explain its features and how to use them. So firstly, you can see on the screen the buttons, the options for camera and video. They are not being displayed right now because there is no memory stick inserted. So now I'm going to insert the memory stick. So as soon as I insert the memory stick, you can see that these buttons, now you can use them. They are now displayed here. So this particular microscope comes with various features. You can control the video, you can take image, and you can have measurement settings, you can scale for measurement, and then you can also do various markings on your PCB picture. So it's very useful. So let's go to the simple tools first related to the photos and videos. So here you can see is a play pause button. Once you pause it, the video gets paused. Even if I remove the PCB, you can see it here. I've removed the PCB, but the image is still intact. So I'll play it, and the image it changes. Now I go back, I've placed the PCB, and now you can see this option here. This is for clicking a picture. As soon as you click the picture, it automatically gets saved into your pen drive. You can also set the path for this, but I'll explain that later. Similarly, this is for the video. If I press this, it starts recording the video. You can see it here. It comes here, it shows here that the video is being recorded. I can pause it, and as soon as I pause it, the video gets saved automatically into your pen drive. Now we have this auto white balance. You can see there is some yellowishness because of the abnormal light. As soon as I switch this on, you can see the image becomes white. So you see it balances the white light. And this is for additional settings. We'll come to this later. We have the file manager where you can see your saved pictures. I go to the UDisk. You can see the saved image that we just clicked here. And when we go to video, you can see the saved video we just saved, and you can obviously play it, and you can rename it also, whatever you want to. So you go to UDisk for getting the image, video, or templates. We'll come to templates also later. So this is the data list when you do the measurements, so it comes here, it shows your measurements here, all the values, they get displayed here. And this is for auto exposure function for lens and video. Next we come to this menu. You can have lines, horizontal and vertical lines. For example, I'm giving it some number, random number. I click OK and you can see, I'll just move the menu aside. You can see that there are some lines here, and it also shows you X and Y axis here for your reference. As you just saw, we can move the menu as per our requirement. So let me just delete the lines. I can simply click here, delete all, and it will delete all the lines. You can choose the color of the lines, blue, green, whatever you want to, as per your requirement. Plus, when you are using measurement, or when you are putting in some lines, horizontal and vertical lines, you can also press this crosshair scale. It helps you to have a measurement or whatever your reference. So you can see, as soon as I clicked there, it showed me a scale with some default measuring scale. You can see here. And when I press the center, it automatically takes the center of the image. As you can see it here, it has already taken the center of the image. So I can switch it off also as per my requirement, and then I can switch off the crosshair scale. It's very simple using the mouse. Next, this is the measurement tools. We have various kind of measurement tools. You can see we have lines. We can you see, we can have the lines here. We simply, you can see how we can remove this. We simply right click on this. Double right click, and it shows if you want to delete this object. We can also delete multiple images, like multiple lines that we have drawn. For example, I have drawn this, then I take this random line here, but I want to delete them both at the same time. I right click, double right click at once, the menu appears, and then I simply click delete all, and all the lines get deleted. Similarly, we have other things like this is a circle. We take a point, and along that point it will take circle. We can have concentric circle like I just showed you, and we can, now I'm going to delete them. So this is another measurement tool. This is called line to line. So I can have this line, and then I can have another line from this same line, the previous line I drew. Now I'm going to delete this so that you can see easily. This is for angle. You can have angle. It shows the value. It shows the degrees here. So you can select whatever degree you want, and then you can place it. For example, I'm going to use 43 degrees here, and it places the line at 43 degree angle. So let's go to the parallel line now. You drew a line, and then you can have a parallel line here. So various tools like this. We have rectangle. We have this pen marker also. If you want to draw randomly, it can draw randomly. You want to write something, maybe you can write here, and you can delete everything again, whatever you want to do. We have tangent also, tangent function. We have so many functions here. Then let's go to some additional settings now. So first, here you can see shooting settings. This is for photo settings. You can select like an auto naming. If you select here, for example, you can use this virtual keyboard here to type anything. For example, I select image AD, and if I select this name, whenever I save image, it will take the names automatically, like image imgad1, imgad2, similarly in a series. Then you can also select a photo path here. You can choose a path, you can choose a folder in your pen drive, and it will select that, and the photo will automatically get saved into that folder. Save graphics, yes or no, whatever you draw on the image, once you click the picture, if you select yes, it will also take those markings in the picture itself. If you select no here, it will save the image without those markings that you drew on the image. Similarly, we have video settings, video name and video path. Now these are some video settings like camera interface, auxiliary objective, then we have display size. These are some measuring settings. You can take the size of edge, line, you can select the font size, you can select the font color, graphics color. Graphics color means the lines that you draw, the circles you draw, it shows the color of that circle. You can change the circle line color. Then scaling, whatever scales you select. For example, I showed you that there can be a scale on the screen, and you can also locate a center. That scaling color can be changed from here. Now these are some video settings like exposure, then you have auto exposure light, then you have gain, you have R gain like red gain, blue gain, saturation, contrast, sharpness, HDR. You can control all these factors. Then you have horizontal and vertical flip. Like if you click on this, the image you saw in the background, it flipped horizontally. Similarly, you can have vertical flip, the image flips vertically. Then you can have black and white. Then you can also lock these settings. Once you select on this, it says select a password. You set a password here. Once you set a password, you say OK. And whenever someone has to change the settings, he has to input the password. Or you can modify it from here, then it will ask you for your password that you set previously. It is very easy here. Template, we'll come to this later. As I showed you the measurement things and everything, we can also select other tools of measurement. Like these are the measurement tools that you get to see on the main screen. Let me show you. You see, these are the measurement tools by default that are showed to you, but you can change them. You go to settings, you go to edit, and you can swap. You can take this and swap this with this. For example, I swap this with this. I select this and then I select this, swap. So as soon as I swap, this will be shown on the main menu as a default. If you need any other, like for example polygon, I want to have this on the main menu, I swap this with angle, I click swap, and now I go to apply. You can see we have polygon here now instead of angle. So very easy. This is auto edge function. If you switch it on, whenever you measure something, for example you select here, it will, as you saw, the line automatically shifted. It automatically tried to find the edge of this component. It is very easy. So next I will, in the next video I will show you how to set the scale so that your measurement can be as accurate as it can be. Okay, now I will explain how do we set a scale so that when we measure using these measuring tools, the measurement comes to be as accurate as it can be. So you can see here, this is a scale menu. you can set line scale or circular scale. We'll be setting line scale for now. So you see there is a scale that I have put under the microscope. It is showing the measurements in mm. So as we can see, I'm going to set the scale now. I'm taking from this point to here. This has to be 10 mm. So I give this a name. For example, I'm taking it vernier. I enter this, then I select the unit because we are taking it in mm. Precision, you can see like how much precision do you need. So I'm just going to take it as default value. Now I'm going to enter 10 mm here. So I'm going to set it, okay, and you can see it shows my set scale here. I can select the scale from here and it is already showing me the settings I chose, mm and precision 2. Now I'm going to use this measurement tool to see how much accurate this is. So I'm going from here to here. I'm going to take it. So you see it automatically found the edge because I already set it on auto edge finding, and it is coming out to be 9.99 mm. This is very accurate. And once you have set the scale, you can see that your measurement comes out to be accurate, and now you can measure anything. So now I'm going to explain you the template feature. So it allows us to take an image and then draw some drawings on this, maybe some measurement tools, maybe some scale, anything you can do. And you can save that particular template into the pen drive, and then you can use the same drawing onto another image. For example, I select a new template here, okay, and I'll give it a name, VERE, whatever. So before saving this, I'll draw something, okay, maybe some random, I'll draw something, and then okay, for example, I drew this image here, random image. Now I go to new template, I give it a name AB, and I enter, and then I save it as AB. Okay, so I'm saving it. Okay, now this drawing has been saved as a template. For example, now I'll play this. Okay, I'll play this. I remove this. So my template has been saved. So even if I change my object under the microscope, as I have used the PCB here, and I select the template here, AB, the same drawing will appear on another image. So you can use your pre-made drawings on other images. That's all.